for movie chats. Movie chats.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Chat with Rye and Ant. Today we are going to talk about Ouija, Origin of Evil, horror movie directed by Mike Flanagan from 2016 and starring Elizabeth Reza, Ludo Wilson, Annalise Basso, and Henry Thomas. I like this movie. So just for the story very quickly, this is a story about a family of women. They have lost the father in the family. They are scammers. They are pretending that they can communicate with the other world and with spirits, and they are doing séance, but it's all fake.
All showmanship.
It's all showmanship, which I actually really like the way that it's done. But the youngest daughter comes across a Ouija board and she gets possessed by it. That's where I'm going to stop. But that's the setup of the story. I chose this movie because I am a big Mike Flanagan fan. And I don't know if you had a chance to. Yeah, did you start watching some of his movies?
I haven't watched any of them. I put it on to watch list, but I can see why you liked it. Like just some of the technical aspects that he's done.
He's very good, right?
The way the camera moves, there was one scene where the camera's outside the car while the car's driving. They have a conversation. And it kind of pans across, and it's outside the car, and it's just like little things like that. The way the camera tilts like 90 degrees. I loved it because it was obviously filmed digitally. He's actually put the old timey cigarette burns.
The cigarette burns. Yeah, I had to Google it. Because I was like, is it a problem with my TV or is it like, because I was like, those are cigarette burns, like for anyone who hasn't seen Fight Club or doesn't know what I'm talking about. So before when movies were on reels, you had little spots that were appearing at the top corner that were saying that the projectionist needed to change from one reel to the other. It's not something that is done nowadays because of technology. But yeah, I had to read it because the movie is set in 1967. The director, Mike Flanagan, said, it's a nice touch to immerse the viewer into how it was at the time. And I'm just going to put the cigarette burns. Yeah. I like that.
I liked it as well, yeah. And he used deep focus really well as well, where it's one character's in the foreground, one character's in the background. I love when characters do that.
It's riddled with that. And I love it. Yeah, as you were saying, how the camera pans because he wants you to focus on one thing and not the other. And sometimes he wants you to focus on two things. And there is a part of the story that is happening at the foreground and a part of the story that is happening in the background. I love it. Even the scares, it gave me goosebumps because the scares are coming. It's not a jump scare with, strident violin and it's coming. It's subtle. It's in the corner. It's coming from the corner, like it will come from the corner of your eyes. It's the strong point of this movie. The direction is amazing. Yeah,
really good. Yeah, good choice. Yeah, I liked it. Obviously, let's go into the crux of the story where the little girl Doris, great little actress, by the way, she gets possessed, and then it's just the movie is just about the progression of her possession. Try saying that 10 times quickly. Where she's being like the conduit for the spirits that's living around. There's someone named Henry. Was it Henry that was living in the house? That she's Marcus. Sorry, Marcus. There's Marcus's diary where she's it's all written in Polish. And when the teacher or the principal, I should say, who's also a priest, he's telling the story of what this this Marcus guy went through. It kind of gives you a little bit of shivers on the spine. It's like, it's just...
Yeah. You know what? This is where the movie actually lost me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, up to the building. So the mother don't think that the daughter is possessed because she's taking her and she's helping with the seance, but actually now making them legit as to she's really talking. But it's not the case. A spirit is actually deceiving whoever they are talking to by tricks and supernatural stuff. I really like the build up to when they are going to the bedroom with the priest and they are talking about all this backstory. It felt a bit over explained. I was like, nah, I don't need that. Maybe I don't need all these explanations. It's like, it's a supernatural stuff. And to be honest, I'm here for the visual and being creeped out, and it lost me a little bit. And then after that, in the climax, I felt that there were some missed opportunities.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. When the priest gets possessed and then he's starting to chase them up the stairs with the machete or the knife, it could have been a chase scene where they're trying to escape him, but it's just for 2 seconds. He stops at the top of the stair because she looks at him, and then he's not possessed anymore for a couple of seconds, and then he falls down the stairs. It's like, oh, that's a missed opportunity. I don't know. It felt like it could go somewhere else. It could be a bit higher. It can up the ante. It was okay, but because the build up to it was so good, I was expecting a bit more from the climax.
Yeah. So I really liked the explanation. That was really cool.
Really?
And it's really creepy. But I liked it because it was like, there's a doctor who's done experiments, and they found his experiment room. They found all the bodies in the wall, and that's what had kind of they're the kind of the spirits that have been kind of taking over Doris. And then when the spirits take over Father Tom, it was Alice's kind of talking to him, and he was strong enough that he could kind of obey that possession. He was able to keep it at bay. I really liked that because his faith is just so strong that it was able to kind of withstand the evil. And then obviously the little girl, she's too strong because they've taken her over so well, and then things happen. I'll give you the climax didn't work for me. I think that it was either rushed or just because Lena sews Doris's mouth shut to stop it, and then that
didn't really have any explanation. Right, it's the father that now is a ghost, so it's not really a deception. The father is actually there looking over them, and he does that on the doll. So then she does that on the kid, and it works. Okay, maybe. Sure.
Because I didn't remember seeing the doll having the mouth taped up. Had they kind of led that a bit better, maybe if you could have seen a little bit more foreshadowing of taping up mouths to kind of understand that that'll stop the entity, but then it just stopped it. And then I guess she got possessed and killed her mum, and then she's in a nut house. So
yeah, there was some elements in the story that were a bit disconnected. I mean, for a horror movie, I do think that it has some emotional depth, but there is a couple of things. The way that the mom is making the daughter miss school so she can be in the séance, how she doesn't clock that, wait a second, maybe there is something a bit more ominous behind it. Why do I rush into it and not really question it? Why is that my oldest daughter that has to question it? It's like, no, this is what you should have been doing from the get-go. There's something that is not kosher in there, and then also when the daughter, the oldest daughter, she sees her boyfriend getting killed, she gets over it pretty quickly. Okay.
Yeah. I did love there's a lot. Yeah. I love that there's a line where Lena, Alice, and Father Tom are in the basement, and they're working out what to do. And one of them says, I'm sorry, splitting up is the worst idea ever right now.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, finally, somebody in a horror movie.
Somebody said it. It had to be said.
There's a post-credit scene, I think, because this is a prequel movie. Apparently it's a prequel to...
It's a prequel movie to a movie called Ouija, which I haven't seen, but I think it has such a poor review percentage on Rotten Tomato that I don't think I'm going to go there. I'm not really interested about the Ouija stuff. I'm more interested into Mike Flanagan's work. That's why I wanted to watch it.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, because I looked into it because I saw that the lady in the post-credit sequence is, I think she's one of the older kids from this movie, maybe. Maybe she's the older Lena. I don't know.
I did like the ending. It's
where she's making up her own Ouija board.
Yeah, there was that, and that they are both in the mental hospital. Yeah, and the mom died. I don't know. It was a bit bleak, but I think a happy ending wouldn't have suited the atmosphere and where the movie was going. So I kind of liked it. It's like, well, that's it. They are possessed. They're effed. That's it.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And considering it's only got the PG-13 rating in America, which is our M, it did well with that rating. It was actually it had some kind of frightening moments in it. And it was just, I think they kind of utilized that rating very well.
Exactly. Yeah. No, they do. It's all the camera work and everything that does it very well. Yeah.
Unbelievably, you say 2016, you're like, that was last week. No, that was 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago. It's like as old as my daughter. Maybe because it's set in 1967 as well. It ages well.
Yep. Do you think it would have been the same movie if it was set in 2016 versus 1967? Or do you think it's got a different...
I think it's a very good question. I think it would have needed to be written very differently because obviously you're going into 1967 where the technology was way different than what it was in 2016. So if you were doing that movie in 2016, you will need to adapt a lot of the technology, the storyline, the characters to fit such an environment.
Just people's personalities as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it wouldn't have been bad if it was done the right way, I guess. Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the fact that it was set in the 1960s. It just added to the ambience.
Yeah. It's a movie with quite a bit of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Cool.
Scores?
Yeah. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. What I really enjoyed was the direction. I think it's masterful the way that he's using all the camera work, the angles. It's a good story. I think I would have liked to see a bit more, especially around the climax, but it was not bad. It was okay. It was not like it's completely destroying the movie. So I enjoyed it. I think the acting, especially the young girl, Lulu Wilson, I think she's a very good actress and she creeped me out. So no, it's a movie. If you want a horror movie that is scaring you in all the right ways, go for it. I think you will like it. So 3.5 out of 5.
I'm going to give it a 4. I really liked it. There were things that worked really well for me. The only thing I wish they could have tidied up a little bit was that climax. I just wanted a little bit more understanding of how they kind of stopped they stopped the entity. Is it still there? Is it still going?
Yeah.
Just maybe an extra 5 to 10 minutes runtime. You could have just made that just a little bit longer, just to kind of just extend that out a little bit, just to really explain it a bit better. But no, other than that, really good performances. That little girl is obviously going to be, I know she must be like early 20s by now, so we'll have to check to see what she's up to these days. So no, really good film.
Yeah, I've seen her in a movie called Becky. That was actually pretty good.
Is that the one with Kevin James?
Yeah.
I've got to see that.
Yeah, but what is very good. I think there is a sequel as well, or even like 2 sequels. Okay. I haven't seen. I've just seen the original one. I actually quite enjoyed it, and she's in it. She's pretty good.
Oh, good.
That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and give us a like, give us a comment if you have seen the movie. Just tell us what you thought. If you feel that you want to watch it, go for it. It's a very good movie. Yeah, leave us a comment, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you next week.